In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Nebula Premium Note A5 hardcover notebook. I'll go over the specs, I'll do a paper test, and I'll tell you what I like and don't like about the notebook coming up. Blake here with Blake's Broadcast. On this channel, I review fountain pens, paper, and ink, and as always, I put links in the show notes in the description below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, it really helps out my channel. Alright, let's get on with the review. This is the Nebula Premium Note A5 hardcover notebook, and I have the ruled one here in the ruby wine color. This is a notebook that is designed by Colorverse. It is made by the same company as Colorverse. However, they're sort of, branded differently. They have completely different websites, but it is the same company out of Korea. This is a notebook that only comes in plain and ruled version. It has a 90 GSM bright white ink-proof paper, 192 pages, 7mm rule. It has 12 signatures, stitched, lay flat binding, elastic strap. So let's take a look. Move this and sticky here. Come on. Okay, take that off. Right in the back. Come on. Okay. So, again, made in Korea, Colorverse. It says copyright Colorverse Inc., but again, they have different websites. Anyway. Okay, so on the back we have this Nebula debossed logo here with nebulanote.com, which is their website, blank up front. Nice-ish cover. There's not a lot of give to it. It's quite thin too. So on the paste down we have this Nebula logo, this open window with these stars. Make your color story with Nebula. And then we go right into this bright white ruled paper. Goes from this edge to almost the end of this edge, doesn't quite make it to the edge. Then you have a little bit of a margin bigger up top and smaller down at the bottom. You can see this paper kind of has a nice sort of woven texture to it. Very nice looking paper. In the back we have more of these sort of stars, a moon, some constellations, and then we have the expanding pocket, and then we have these magnetic bookmarks. So you can stick them like this, or up top like this. I don't personally like them that much. I prefer a ribbon or honestly just a regular bookmark. They're a little, little wonky to use, I feel like. Yeah, but anyway, they give you these two bookmarks, which is interesting. Going to the back here, you can say it's made in Korea, ink-proof paper, 90 GSM, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the paper test. So, very nice looking up front, no bleeding at all from any of the pens. Everything looks good, in my opinion. On the back, really excellent performance. No bleeding, no nothing. 6mm pilot, totally fine. Mont Blanc OBB, totally fine, no bleeding. Really, really excellent performance. And I would expect that from the company, that makes Colorverse ink. When they say this paper is ink-proof, they meant it. Now, you do get a little bit of spotting from the Sharpie. You're not going to want to write with a Sharpie with this. Copic sketch, not bad, but of course bleed. A tiny bit from the Pilot oil drawing pen, really not bad at all. Little bit from the Staedtler Lumocolor permanent marker. Everything else looks good. This dot is not bleed. I don't know what that is, but anyway, everything else worked. Really, really excellent performance. And I really like the texture of this paper. Again, it kind of has that woven paper texture. Really, really nice. And it's a bright white paper. Very, very good. The binding is quite nice. We get 12 signatures here, which is really good for 192 pages. I do wish we had a headband, but pretty small gripe. It is $20, this notebook. Really, really good value. So what are my pros and cons for the Nebula Premium Note A5 hardcover notebook? Well, definitely the paper is the biggest pro here. Now, I had very high expectations because this notebook is made by the same company that makes Colorverse inks. So when they said ink-proof paper, I expected it to be ink-proof. And really, every fountain pen that I tested this paper with performed really, really nicely. I got no bleeding on any of the fountain pens I tested. It is a really nice bright white textured paper. It's not super smooth, super glossy. It is really nice, nice feedback. The paper is, I give it an A for sure. Now, other pros, it's only $20, so very affordable, really, really good paper for a $20 notebook. I also like that it has 12 signatures, so stitch binding, lays very flat. In terms of cons, I don't have a lot of cons for this. There aren't a lot of features per se, it's just ruled sheets. So if you want more stuff like you get in a Lloydstrom, you know, this might not be for you. I would also say I don't necessarily love those magnetic bookmarks. They are interesting and I haven't really seen them before, but I prefer the ribbon. I would have also liked to maybe have gotten a little bit nicer feeling cover. It's not bad. I'm really nitpicking here. I also generally like to see a headband, which this doesn't have. That's pretty much it. I really, really like this notebook. If you're someone that doesn't like super glossy, smooth paper, this is a really, really good option for fountain pens. I definitely recommend it. Okay, so those are my pros and cons. Do you guys have this notebook? Do you like this notebook? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more fountain pen, paper, and ink videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and until next time.